Hey YouTube, this video is on Osvido, however you pronounce that, mouse traps. They're good for catching mice, chipmunks. It could catch a squirrel. Voles. I've caught, I don't know, probably already 30 chipmunks, whole bunch of mice and voles. And essentially, that's what it looks like. And if you just barely touch this, those jaws come down hard. And so you don't want to get your finger or hand caught in there at all. But the reason for the video is I kept losing these. So depending how they get trapped, if it's just a hand or something like that, they carry them away. Incidentally, that circular thing screws off and it allows you to put bait. I don't bait these because I just really want to catch mice, voles, and chipmunks, because they're digging holes all over my yard and underneath my steps. They've chewed through my wiring that I have, like for these lights here. These are my granite steps, and they're sinking because they tunnel holes underneath all this, so then everything starts to come down. But I have lights that just shine in the house, different locations, and they chewed through all the wire. I have a video on that behind my stairs, and not this wire, because all the wire is buried for all the lights. You can see another light right there, and another one over there, and there's another one at the end. But and then the rest of the way down this house. But the wire was exposed behind the stairs, so they get back there and they chewed up all the wire. So I had to pull everything out and start all over again. Anyway, that's why I'm trying to get rid of them. So essentially you just put them facing foundation, because mice and everything, they run around the foundations. And as soon as they step in it, game over. Now, again, the purpose for the video is to show you these, and they absolutely work. I've gotten rid of tons of everything. But they were taking them away. So these are just like garden stakes. And I drove them, down. I put a zip tie right through the back. There's a hole. And then I just stake these down. So that way, anytime something gets caught, they're not going to take off with it. And it's not like they're really expensive. I think I paid like $20-something, $20 maybe, on Amazon, shipped free. But they absolutely work. And I like that these are black and yellow, because they're easy to see if they have been activated. And I've never done this before. I'm looking for like a little stick. But just so you can see how violent this is. I mean, it's violent. And it caught that stick no problem. And so now to empty out whatever you catch, you're actually, gotta kind of show you. You're actually setting it again. So when you squeeze the trigger, then you can just dump out what you caught, and then it's ready to go again. So, like I said, I have these stakes here to try and, sorry, I'm not even showing you what I'm doing, to try and prevent them from taking off with the trap. So I just nailed those down and whatever, and we'll see how it works. But that's it. Like I said, they're very violent. Definitely don't get your finger stuck in there, because it will hurt. I don't know if it'll chop it off or anything, but I wouldn't test it. But like I said, I don't fill them with any stuff in the middle. And again, I could try and get you to see. You can see that little spot in the middle. That's where the bait goes. But when it's closed, you can unscrew this to put the bait, and then you set it down and squeeze it, and now it's set. Again, I'm not using bait because I don't want, I feed birds and stuff like that. I also have a raccoon. You can see videos on my channel that comes every night, and I feed that. I don't want, obviously, the raccoon to get caught in this thing. And again, chipmunks, mice, all that, they run around the foundations, kind of trying to stay safe that way. And so you just place them facing the foundations. Again, I have another one over there. I have probably I had 4 left. And I just bought another 6-pack because, like I said, sometimes something gets caught in it and it just takes off with it. I ended up finding one like under this bush, but depending what catches them, that's the problem. So hopefully this is the fix. And I thought about leaving the stake up higher because they're not quite 12 inches, maybe 10 inches. And it has this little catch thing, so I'm hoping that that is enough to hold it. Like I said, I guess we'll find out. But that's pretty much it, guys. Again, just be careful if you get these. But it has definitely done a number on all the chipmunks. And again, I watched another video where this guy, he's the actual video that I found out about these things, and he told me how to place them, just like I'm telling you guys. But he was talking about them like some people don't like to hurt chipmunks, whatever, because they're cute and so on and so, but they're not. You got to think of them as a mouse that just causes damage, chews up wires, damage to your lawn. And when he told me this one, basically this is what I was doing. I have a bunch of have-a-heart traps, and I was trapping them and driving them away. Well, other people do it as well, and some people did it where there was this horse farm, and so then they dug all these holes around the horse farm, and like horses are running, and then they fall in a hole and break their leg. So that's not good. Not to mention, I have videos on my channel because when you start getting rid of all these things, their holes are vacant. And then what happens is bees go inside, and now you'll be mowing your yard and you're getting stung by bees. So they're a nuisance animal, and the way I look at it is I'm not actually killing them or hurting them. They're doing it to themselves. I'm just, they don't have to step on it. But if they do, well, that's the choice they made, not me. So that's kind of how I look at it, and I'm trying to save my house from all the, destruction that they've been doing. So anyway, that's all I got, guys. They definitely work. Just be very careful when you're using them. Like once it's set, again, when you find something in it, it will be closed, so it's easy. You can just grab it. It's already, got it. And then to let it out, you just squeeze it to set it again, and then just dump out whatever was in there. But be careful when you are walking it back to set it there that you don't touch at all in the front of it. It will do a number on your fingers. So that's all I got, guys. If you have any questions, reach out to me on YouTube, and see you in the next video.